All right, welcome Natalie Ratha to the Artist Spotlight 2020 with the Millstream Arts Festival and the collaboration with the Downtown Art Crawl. And I know you came to us through the Downtown Art Crawl, but you do have a connection with Millstream. You were one of our Best in Show judges a few years ago, and we really appreciate having artists as our Best in Show judge. So thank you for that. Even though you haven't been in our festival, you have been a part of the Millstream Arts Festival, and we really appreciate that. And I'm very excited to hear more about your work. I got to meet you as a person there and talk to you, but to really dive into your artwork is really a treat for me today. So thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me. Millstream Art is very cool program that you have, and I enjoyed being a judge when you invited me. And yeah, as you said earlier, I do have a history with working with the Downtown Art Crawl and planning that and working as an artist with that as well. So I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm happy to be here with you all.
Wonderful. So let's start out by having you share who you are, what you do, maybe what brought you to being a artist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was always the class artist growing up. In school, kids were always trying to smuggle their art project to my desk because I was just a natural at it. So yeah, just a lifelong passion for creating. I went on to art school. I'm coming from Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. I went to University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and earned my bachelor's of fine art in painting and drawing. Um, Another cool part of my upbringing was in my high school, they had a program called Art Satellite. So buses would come and bring kids from all over the area of Milwaukee. I come from a suburb called South Milwaukee. So I had a little bus pick me up every afternoon and take me to the Milwaukee Art Museum. And they had a artist teacher there, and we spent every afternoon in the galleries, like painting, drawing in front of the artworks. That was a very memorable experience. I went on when I was earning my bachelor's degree. I was a gallery guard at the Milwaukee Art Museum. So those foundational experiences really were amazing in Milwaukee. I ended up in St. Cloud here due to my husband's job and got into the art world here as well. I've been working on projects with Jennifer Penscover with the City of St. Cloud Arts Commission. She's amazing, and that program is amazing. Um, and I served as executive director of Visual Arts Minnesota in St. Cloud as well. And we did a lot of work promoting artists, just as you are, and having exhibitions. And one show that was dear to me was the high school art show, and the Paramount has carried the torch and recognized high schoolers, and I think that's really cool. I have a photo I pulled in preparation for this interview. So at my high school, South Milwaukee High School, each year they choose a senior artwork, and mine was chosen my senior year. They call it the Senior Purchase Award. So I have a little photo I wanted to share of that with you. So there I am.
Oh, look at that.
Look at young Natalie. So, and this is a drawing of the gallery, um, sitting for hours on the floor with my charcoal.
Oh, that's wonderful. That was your senior year.
Yes, and yeah, my proudest picture. Like, I don't care. I mean, I'm educated. That's great that I have degrees, but that's my proudest little picture I wanted to share with you.
Oh, those
Um,
early recognitions, you know,
Yes,
as makers and as creative people are really so valuable for kids to have that early recognition. It really does carry them.
I agree. Yes,
Hmm. Sounds like we need something like that satellite program going on here in St. Cloud. That's pretty amazing.
it was so phenomenal. Yeah.
Ah, we need an art bus to pick people up and bring them to the Paramount to see the gallery in the future. Maybe we'll have to do that. So, well, so now what brought you to today with your art, to the art you're making today?
So I am a busy individual. I started school bus driving in 2013, and I am a mother. I have a 14-year-old, 11-year-old. So any opportunity I get with my time, I do like to be involved in art. Those opportunities, recently with COVID, I had a window to spend some time in my studio. I also participate in as a teaching artist at local nursing homes. I teach residents uh, the art of wycinki, which is Polish folk paper art cutting.
Hmm.
And I really enjoy those opportunities too, to um, bring a little joy to the residents who may not have a lot of interaction with people and visitors. So those are really rewarding experiences. As I spoke earlier a bit about the St. Cloud Art Crawl, I participate whenever they ask me in those, and that has involved chalk art. Um, so creating big designs in the center of intersections and inviting the public to collaborate. I really love collaborative art where everyone can get involved and have a part of a grand piece. Um, I've also been involved with some public art projects, and I really love the idea of public art. I see it as dual purpose, and um, I think communities and citizens can, if they're involved in the process, can really, um, it creates buy-in and community and beautification of
Hmm.
a neighborhood area. One example is the Seeberger Arts Seeger Fence mural project. I worked with a bunch of amazing artists on that, and with the help of City of St. Cloud Arts Commission and Central Minnesota Arts Board. Um, I will, maybe should or should not mention, but I'm also running busy Natalie. So I'm full-time routing manager. I've moved up at my school bus company and substitute drive, which I love. But yeah, I have all that going on, but also I'm running for the city of St. Cloud City Council for a seat on the city council. So
Uh-huh.
if you believe in art, and has been my platform to bring more art and support the St. Cloud Arts Commission, um, to build community and beautify our city and uh, make it a go-to place for the arts, which have supported the city very well with what we do with great theater and the Paramount and the arts organizations. Uh, Vote for me.
Hmm. Absolutely, Natalie. Yes. And you're so right. The what art does for our community, it is something that draws people to the community and for people to engage in the community. That mural on the fence, I remember when that started, and I mean, how many years ago was it? It's still there. It's still
Mhm.
really has preserved so well. I remember talk like, oh, they'll fall out, and like people will take them out, and no, it's because it's created so much beauty, and it's almost a landmark. I know people drive by. I'm like, so you make a right after the mural on the, it's a beautiful mural.
And a cool story about that was there was a little pushback from from some of the neighbors. Um, but Dan Monlock sat down with one of them and kind of eased them over with their worries about what this could be. So finally, we came up with the design and invited the community to all put it up together. And I remember one morning when we were doing a trial of different designs on the fence. Um, the night before, by the basketball court, some of those plastic pudding cups had been knocked out. Maybe someone was playing with a basketball, knocking them out. So I was there 8 in the morning on a Sunday, and this when I had time that day. But a neighbor came out, and he was livid. He was so upset that someone messed with the design in the fence. And yeah, it is amazing. It's been up for so long, hasn't been messed with, and um, yeah, I believe that neighborhood really embraces it and loves it, appreciates it. We need more of it.
I agree. I absolutely agree. So let's start looking at your pieces here. Um,
Good.
Here we go. Let's start with the prints. I think this.
So this is, and these are recent paintings that I have shared with you, 2020.
Hmm.
Um, my process is kind of to layer work. I work very intuitively. Um, and this series of works I shared with you are based on doodles that I have gleaned, some from my own sketchbook, some from my daughter, my husband, and I enjoy on a canvas putting elements together to make them work together. With the layering, I enjoy a push and pull to uh, have the viewer kind of meander through the piece and enjoy it. It's just, I enjoy creating. It's a bonus if people enjoy my art.
Hmm.
The main figure, the girl that's drawing my eldest daughter created, and the bird my husband drew, who claims he's not an artist, and uh, the gentleman, the prince, is one of my um, doodles.
Oh, it's wonderful, and it looks multimedia.
Yeah, I work with acrylic paint.
Okay. Okay. And the flowers remind me of your paper cuts
Yes, yes, I
too.
love the paper cut. I just kind of picked it up because I was invited to um, teach art at nursing homes, and I thought of what would be easy for people maybe without an art background to create. And I really enjoy crisp, bright colors, and um, my heritage is Polish, so uh, yes, flowers is a motif you'll often see repeated in my artwork as well.
Oh, wonderful. Let's see another piece. This one's polka.
Sure. This one, uh, I think my youngest made the creature animal, the white figure with a unicorn. I was obsessed with unicorns as a child. My husband drew the plant. The girl is my creation. She is kind of, I would say, based on Snow White,
Hmm.
who is my favorite Disney character. You'll also notice these pieces are all female figures. Um, I see in raising two daughters, I'm often thinking of women and their role in the world and um, societal ideas and pressures that they might be facing, or as a daughter, a young child, imagining your future, what you think you might be, how you think you look, and different elements I'm thinking of when I'm creating. and she's wearing plaid dress.
Hmm.
I grew up wearing plaid for 8 years. I went to a Catholic grade school, so um, maybe that is my inspiration for so much color to detox from all the brown plaid from my
Yeah.
foundation.
Yeah, I'm sure that bringing that color. So are these for sale, Natalie?
They are, but they're all in my studio right now. You know,
Okay.
with COVID, um, finding a place to display them is a challenge. I do enjoy showing, I mean, museums, galleries are wonderful, but I really love sharing my art with the public, and having my pieces at coffee shops or restaurants is an avenue I am interested in.
If people wanted to reach out and purchase a piece from you, would they go on your Facebook page, Nat Art, and contact you through there for
Sure.
requesting that?
Yes. Yes. That would be perfect.
Oh,
Perfect to contact me through Nat Art on my Facebook page.
wonderful. So we have the forest here.
Yes. And this one, another inspiration from Disney Snow White. This one was fun to create in that the red lines is from just squeezing a tube paint and drawing while squeezing paint. So it's a nice thick line. You'll see through through the background, it is superimposed on another painting, um,
Oh, mm-hmm.
and that one was uh, maybe one I wasn't so happy with. So yeah, just layering work until I'm satisfied personally. Creating some depth with the burnt sienna, burnt umber landscape behind her.
Mm-hmm. I see that. Nice. The layering is really evident. This one's Dorothy. She's
Yes,
fun.
here you're seeing the plaid again.
Oh, yes.
This is my drawing. She's kind of looking out to the side, wondering what's coming. You'll see if you look deep on the right side, there's a white drawing of another girl.
Oh,
This is another layered piece on another series I had created in the past.
mm-hmm.
And sitting on her head is my Chihuahua Bobo.
Ah, I see that. And so one thing I do want to ask is what is one thing you would like people to know about your art? What is one thing when people look at your art you want them to know?
Sure. Well, I think of Picasso. Picasso, I really enjoyed his work in high school. He was the artist I gravitated toward. Um, his bright colors, his cubism. But he started out learning the basics. He knew how to draw, paint realistically. Um, People maybe wonder why I create so whimsically and cartoony. It's just what I enjoy. It's my way of creating. Um, but I can, and I do love drawing. I love. Maybe I don't have the patience to paint realistically, and it's not my aesthetic. I really enjoy, creating what you're showing here. But I do also like to draw portraits. I did that also once at one of the art crawls, 5 minute pencil drawings of whoever was willing.
Oh,
So I don't know if I have to justify it or defend myself, but I can draw realistically. But people who love my art just love my art because they, I don't know, think like me, or they get something out of it, maybe what I get out of it. Um, so yeah, I guess it's a pathetic defense that I can create realistically.
well, when you talk about Picasso, that was the whole process for him as an
Yeah,
artist was this, he had this real realistic time and, in
sure.
drawing the portraits and drawing the people, and he spent his whole life trying to get back to, that simple, the color, the shapes, the
Mhm.
lines, and really that whimsy and that childlike part that
Yeah,
he was always trying to get to, and a lot of people don't understand that process, like that we want to see that realism, but it takes a lifetime to get to that abstraction and that
yeah,
kind of emotion in your work.
yes. Thank you for saying
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely. That's
so
what I see.
eloquently. Yes.
That's
Do
what
we
I
have
see.
time?
How about a
Julie
dream?
had.
Go ahead.
I wanted to share. I don't know if you have time, but my favorite piece.
Yes, absolutely.
I have it just behind me, but
Sure.
um, yes, this is my
We,
husband.
it's great. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so this is like 20 years old when we were dating, but I created it so quickly and from memory. He wasn't there, but it captures his spirit and his likeness. And it was done so quickly. And those moments as the artist, they're hard to, capture. Like, imagine an athlete who has a good game, but that's what that is.
I love it. A good game. The blue period too, right?
Yes. Yeah, people are all different colors when I create. It's just more interesting.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Some emotion with the color too.
Yeah.
I love that. Is there a dream project that you have,
Yeah.
or to be our city council person in the St. Cloud area? Maybe that's one
Right.
dream.
Yeah. And my goal would be, more public art, more public art. There's so many empty storefronts downtown St. Cloud. That's great opportunity maybe to do temporary art on the windows
Hmm.
with tempera paint. Um, some of the boring brick walls. We need some of these owners on board with my ideas.
Hmm.
Um, more fence murals, whatever we can get going. I really like, and to involve the community in creating. Maybe have some artists um, come up with ideas, but involve people to help create the work.
Hmm.
It's my dream. Yes.
I love that. I will help you with that, Natalie. You count me in. You count me in.
Great.
I'll roll up my sleeves. I will help you with that for sure. And people can reach out to Natalie. They can on her Facebook page, Nat Art, and message her if you're interested in purchasing any of her pieces or learning more about her work, and maybe the community work also. And um, definitely you can reach through her Facebook page at Nat Art. Before we leave, is there anything else you would like to share with us, Natalie?
I just want to thank you for this opportunity. Thank Millstream. Thank St. Cloud Art Crawl. Thank Central Minnesota Arts Board.
Mhm.
Um,
Good job.
yes.
The
Yes.
grant is so important. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Well, you're welcome, and thank you so much for being with us today. And I look forward to seeing more art around St. Cloud.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
buy local art, everyone.
That's right. That's right. Thank you very much. Have a good day, Natalie.
Bye.
Bye bye.